So on this week's episode of Unfinished Business, I'm bringing entrepreneurs into government. It's all about getting British businesses booming again by influencing what these politicians are doing here in Parliament. I'm going to be leading the charge over the next decade, and I'm going to help the right party transform this country. Alongside that, in this week's episode, Mastermind HQ's new offices are going to be going live with our opening party in just a few days. Big moves are happening, and it's going to be an exciting show for you all to watch. Now, don't forget to follow on, like and subscribe, and remember, my name's Joseph Valente, and this is episode 74 of Unfinished Business. This is big. I'm giving 10 lucky winners the chance to come and have lunch with me. This is a full hour sit down where we're gonna talk business, ask questions, and you're gonna get direct mentorship from an 8-figure entrepreneur. But here's the catch, you've got to earn it. Throughout this episode, there is going to be 3 double-digit numbers, and they're going to appear on the screen somewhere at any time. Your job is to find them. Here's how you can win and come and join me and 10 other people for an amazing entrepreneurial lunch. Number 1, you got to like this video. Number 2, you've got to make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then number 3, you've got to watch carefully and find these 3 double-digit numbers. You then need to go into the comment section, enter them into the form, linked in the description or the comment section, and the first number is gonna come up in just a few minutes. And the rest, well, you'll have to watch the full episode to find them. The winners will be announced in an up-and-coming episode. So as there's only 10 spaces, it's a first come, first served basis, and the winners will be announced as soon as we've had 10 people successfully input the 3 double-digit numbers into the landing page. This is the competition. It's a big opportunity. Let's go, and thank you for watching Unfinished Business. It's the start of March, and this is going to be our biggest month yet. So the target is £1.5 million this month, and that breaks down to £350,000 a week, which equals £75,000 a day. So we need to make sure every event is filled, we need to make sure our marketing is on point, and we need to make sure the Trade Group Services Silver Package gets launched successfully.
Brilliant. Well, thank you guys.
So I'm showing up today out the blue because I just want to check up, see how they're getting on. But March is going to be our biggest month ever, and I'm excited to see the results that have compounded from the telesales team that have happened in February.
Hey, good morning guys. Trust you had a good weekend, a bit of sun, spring in the air, which is good. Lovely. On the back of what was the close of a brilliant February. So big month ahead of us, which is great. Let's just call out some numbers from last month. So I know we had a few records broken, so let's just recapture those before we start March.
Sure, absolutely. So break it down week by week. We always want to see continued progression. So if we look into week 3 of the month, okay, we had a company record previously set last June, 78 bookings. Week 3, we broke the company record by hitting 81. That was the first big record achieved.
Fantastic. Let's get around it.
We then rolled into week 4. We broke the company record again. So we were set with, again, a target of 81 from the previous week for a company record. And we achieved a staggering 88 bookings last week, which is absolutely
nice.
And then the final number for the month is as a whole. Again, we had a company record set at 305 bookings, which was achieved again middle of last year. We knew that was the target. That's what we wanted to be. That's what we wanted to achieve. Gladly, we didn't just achieve that. Okay, we went from didn't just get 305, we massively surpassed it with 324 bookings.
Yes!
So it shows it can be done. So we got a full month ahead of us. We started off well on the first Saturday, so well done to you, Tony, for the sales you did on Saturday. So we're ahead of the game already, ahead of the curve. So let's continue the motion and have a really good month and get through that 324 baseline, which is what it is now, and get the team up to 100 bookings a week, which is what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
So that's within our grasp. We've got a full month, 31 days. So let's go for it.
Okay, so it's Tuesday morning. I'm here at Trade Mastermind. And as an 8-figure entrepreneur with over 60 members of staff, my phone does not stop. Now, WhatsApp is basically like an Outlook for me. I have groups for everything. And sometimes it helps communication, other time it hinders it. But I like to get my message across quickly. And so you can see from here, all these different WhatsApps. This is just in the last 24 hours alone. So I've got to go through all of these now, through all of the groups, and I've got to respond, okay, or delete. If you want to get quick communication out to your team, personally, in my opinion, there's no better way to do it than using WhatsApp. I like to drink about 10 coffees a day. For some people, that's extreme. For some people, that's not a lot. But because I've got ADHD, I have a high caffeine tolerance, unlike many other people. But coffee keeps me sharp, it keeps me awake, it keeps me alert. And it means that I can handle so many different things coming across my desk all at one time. So if you're lethargic, if you're lacking motivation, if you're lazy, the fastest cure to getting proactive is to drink more caffeine. Okay, so what I'm about to go and do next is sit for a 2-hour meeting, which we're currently calling customer account. Now, we recently hired a commercial data analyst full-time in the business to get on top of the data. At the size we are, every decision needs to be driven by data. And Michael has come into the organization, he's been here 2 weeks, and he's done a fantastic job of getting on top of the management information we need to be able to make the right decisions. Now, this structure didn't exist 2 weeks ago, so it's been quite a challenge and relatively painful having to build it from a standing start. But as the days are going by, we are challenging the data, we are looking at the problems, we are creating solutions. And in actual fact, we are making significant progress as a team in the customer accounts. In business, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish. So what you've got to do first and foremost is start to piece together the basis of a structure. And then it improves every day. So don't worry if it's not perfect when you begin. Just worry about perfecting it along the way. So I recently invested in a SaaS business, a CRM for tradespeople called Trade Portal. I now own 50% of it. And Lindsay here heads up Trade Group Services, and she's taken on Trade Portal as her project. So Lindsay, can you tell the audience what you think?
So Trade Portal is a CRM for tradespeople designed by tradespeople. So that means we can really home in on the information that you need to capture to help grow your business, which is why it's been added into the Trade Group Services portfolio. We have leads generation integration, we have sales board, we have on-site quoting capabilities so you can quote to your customer then and there, no delay. We have quoting in real time so you can keep control of when your customers receive the quote and keep close contact with them. We even have functionality to send you a text message whenever they open your quote so you can get to them in real time whilst you're at the forefront of their mind. We also have AI integration to help with reminders, calendars, and you can also integrate all of your pricing from your merchant into your system to help you with your quoting and your procurement packages.
So based on the competitor analysis that we've done, where would you say Trade Portal sits in rankings as CRMs for the trade sector?
Number 1.
Okay, and there you have it, guys. So if you're a trades business and you want a CRM that does everything you need to do to run a successful business, then check out Trade Portal. I invested in this business because the founder actually was one of our customers that came through one of our training programs. He saw an opportunity to create a CRM as one wasn't out there on the market. I love the software and I've backed it. It's early days. We're a couple of weeks into the partnership, but we really believe in the product. We're going to push it out to our Trade Mastermind client base, get a lot of people using it, and we're going to develop and invest in the software to make it world class. So we sat down and we looked at how many people are watching our show and how many people are actually subscribed. And there's so many of you watching. Only a small percentage of you, in fact only 11.5%, are actually subscribed to the channel. That means that if a new episode comes out, you don't get notified, you don't hear about it, and you miss a show in the series. So what we need you to do is to go over to the channel and hit that subscribe button. And on that notification bell, and make sure that you get reminded each Sunday, every Sunday, that your favorite show, Unfinished Business, has a new episode. It's another beautiful day in King's Cross, and today we're up to something different. We're heading over to Parliament to go and meet with an MP called Lee Anderson. Now, he's part of the Reform Party, which I joined about 3 months ago, around December 2024. The reason I did that was because Nigel Farage is a leader that backs British business, that wants to see the UK successful and understands that it's entrepreneurs and business people that are going to make that happen. So I've come out quite actively back in Reform and telling the world that I want to see entrepreneurs in government and that we are the key to solving the majority of Britain's problems, because entrepreneurs are natural born problem solvers. So why wouldn't you get us involved is a question that needs to be answered. And the current government seem to want to continue to tax the small business owner to high heaven and then waste those tax dollars on spending it on shit that they're not held accountable for. And America have created a new model, a new way of creating efficiency within government that I believe sets the tone for what we need to do here in the UK. And I'm going to continue to preach that message. I was going to stay away from politics until I got super rich, until I got that FU money, because that's usually when you go to politics as an entrepreneur. But looking around the UK, seeing the state of this place, watching this Labour government and understanding that they are going to make an absolute mess of this system over the next 4 years, I couldn't sit back and stay quiet any longer. And I've got some work to do to be able to really influence what goes down, but you got to start somewhere, and starting in the Houses of Parliament is a good place to be. So let's go get a taxi and we'll head on over there now. Every time I come down to London, I always question why I've not moved here already. And it's specifically around this part of the drive across this road where I look around and I just think, why am I in Peterborough and still not moved yet? Timing. There are all of these things that got in the way. Impra was one of them, all the way until the end of that. Then Joey came, then lockdown happened, and then Joey came. So it's like there was never and then Trade Mastermind in the middle. So there's never the opportunity to break away again. This is good for a picture though, isn't it? So today we're at Parliament and I'm bringing entrepreneurs into government to help these politicians solve problems. We're here to meet with one of the MPs from Reform, Mr. Lee Anderson, to understand what his views are on how things need to change in government. What was that?
About potential opportunity of merging with the Conservatives.
Yeah, well, it's obvious, really. They pretend they play that down, but without that, they got no chance. Nigel already said his play. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves Reform and takes over as leader of the Conservatives. Yeah, that's his true way to win. So one of the most recent investments I made was getting a private chef. I was spending 2 or 3 hours a day, going to the supermarket in the evening, picking a load of random stuff, coming back, cooking it. I never washed up anyway because I got a housekeeper, but I was never satisfied with the meal. And I'm really busy. As you guys know, I've got a big organization. It's an 8-figure business, many staff to look after and many hundreds of customers. And it's not just a business that's not making moves. It's a rapidly scaling organization. We're looking to do 25 million this year. Now, I needed someone to come and make my dinner, but I'm also very fussy. I found this guy, $2 grand a month, 2 meals a day, technically £100 a day. Well, I can make £5,000–10,000 an hour. So £2 a month for me is a good investment to get almost 15 hours a week back. 15 hours a week times 4 weeks a month is 60 hours. So for the £2 investment into the private chef, I am actually making on £5 an hour nearly 300,000 in income against the £2,000 that I'm paying out. I don't know about you guys, but that's a no-brainer investment for me. Okay, so right now, I'd usually be going to work. It's 7 a.m, it's a beautiful morning, but this morning, I'm gonna do some work from home. So we're going back in the house. So I'm just in my home office. We're about to start working now. The first thing I do is have a call with my PA, debrief on my calendar, understand the actions that I've got to execute on and make sure my emails are cleaned up and we all know in the direction that we're heading. Now, this is my third coffee of the day. I'll always have one as soon as I wake up, one in between getting ready and one as soon as I sit down at my desk. I don't usually work from home too much. I like to be in and around the office, but right now I'm trying to give our new COO the room he needs to take over running the day-to-day of the business. It's all about leadership, and I don't want to cross over what he's trying to do, but there is a crossover when you're trying to step back. It's actually been a really great experience. People know that I'm a bit of a micromanager. I get involved in everything, and they said I might struggle to let go. And in actual fact, with Lee, because I trust him, he's come in, he's taken charge very quickly. I haven't had to have that worry about, is he going to be able to do a good job? And in actual fact, we're now nearly 10 weeks in, and I can say I think I've made a very, very, very good decision. Got a great rapport with him. I think we've built in trust and credibility quite quickly, and he's a leader. He knows what he's doing. I don't need to micromanage him, so I'm trying to step out of his way. And in actual fact, the whole point of bringing him in was so that I had a different way of working, adopting a new working style, which was all about strategy, not being in the weeds, running the day-to-day, managing the data. That's the whole relationship between a CEO and a COO. I'm the visionary, the COO is the integrator. And that's what you've got to understand in business. You need someone that creates and you need someone that finishes. You need someone that starts and you need someone that sees it through. It's all the same stuff. You can call it front end, you can call it back end. But let me give some advice to the business owners watching this. If you are an entrepreneur, you've got to understand, are you best placed in the front end of the business? Launching new products, marketing the business and the brand, making and driving the sales? Or are you better placed at the back end? The operations, the data, the processes, the integrations, the delivery. And I think people get confused on where it is their best talent lies. I'm actually good at doing both, but I prefer to do the CEO role rather than be the COO, although I'm a good operational CEO. So there's the advice that you need as you're thinking, right, well, who do I need to hire next? And usually if you've got a partnership, it can work out quite well. If your partner has a skill set that complements your weakness, not is the same as yours, because if they're the same as yours, then it's not going to be the value that you need. So we are launching the first ever Trade Mastermind Trade and Construction Business Awards, and it's open to all trade and construction businesses, not just Trade Mastermind customers. But what we're planning to do with the awards is to really expand it over the coming years and make it the flagship awards in the construction industry. So this is kind of year one really, and it will really develop and grow for us. But we want to bring in some CEOs from great construction and trade businesses that are not, on the tool businesses, but are service businesses to the trade and construction sector. And we're also looking to invite some trade and construction influencers down to help, build the credibility, the notoriety, the brand of the awards and get the name out there. So that'd be really nice. So let's try, and you've got 3 weeks to make this Millionaire Mastermind the best it could have ever been. Yeah? No, we haven't, not yet. We've got Nigel Farage coming. So I joined the Reform Party, got Nigel on side, spent some time with Nigel, and now he's coming to the event. So it's a great opportunity, and it's really working well with the theme of me pushing entrepreneurs in government. That's why I'm joining the Reform Party, because they're back in business. So it's got me a lot of traction on Twitter and a lot of traction on LinkedIn, yeah? So we've got in there again. So it's a great opportunity to leverage this opportunity. So who else do we want? I know who else we want to bring. We want to type on your list Azia Youssef. I'm going to invite him. Ant Middleton is putting himself forward for the Mayor of London. So I did a post about him last night on X saying, Ant's backing, are you guys backing Ant for the Mayor of London? I know I am. And that's done very well. So maybe we could speak to Debbie, because she's active on my Instagram all the time, liking my stuff. Don't ask me about anything to do with these awards now after this. Just do it, huh? Well, you can come up with it, give me the price and I'll sign it off, but don't let me hold it up. You don't need to run every minute detail through me. I trust you to do what needs to be done. Don't fuck it up. No, I'm joking. You can do it. You've run the Millionaire Mastermind now. You've proven it. Yeah, I don't need to micromanage this. You're more than capable. You run the holiday awards in. You know exactly what you're doing. You don't need me. You're more than capable between you both of bringing this to fruition. I've given you the idea. You finish it. 2025 is a big growth year for us. And as the first wave of expansion begins, we're proud to declare our first new offices officially open. Woo! So I'm here today with some of Trade Mastermind's non-exec directors. We have here Nick Bradley. He's a private equity specialist who's given me great guidance and mentorship. And we have here Keir Warwick, who's Trade Mastermind's accountant and financial advisor. So we are building a pitch deck at the moment to go out to private equity, crowdfunding and angel investors. And we are looking to raise a big sum of money that's going to support us with our global expansion plan.
So if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking to raise capital, some of the stuff we're going to go through today is going to be very useful to you. We're going to talk about the importance of financials, but we're also going to talk about the importance of the actual story and the pitch itself, and exactly how you prepare a business to be able to go out there to raise capital.
Right, watch out, I'm lethal with these, yeah?
Welcome to the Trade Mastermind telesales department. If you'd like to have a look around at our beautiful team. Hey! Fabulous. Okay, so we started this month with a target. Target that seemed a long, long way away a few weeks ago, okay? We had a target of 304 bookings. That is a Trade Mastermind company record. Did we think we were going to get there? We have ended the month on 324 paid bookings!
Not only did we break the monthly record, last week we set a weekly record of 81 bookings, which has never been seen before. We've absolutely smashed it out of the park with 88 bookings this week, guys. Well done, every single one of you. You have done superb. I'd like to congratulate everybody here by saying cheers to Team Trade Mastermind.
Okay, so I think we should give a massive round of applause to Richard and Geordie for their great leadership. And also, I think we've got to give Lee, the leader, okay, a massive round of applause. I had no involvement in setting up any of this side. It's all been led by him, and he's done a phenomenal job. So let's give him a massive round of applause. There are two more people that I want to give a big round of applause to. There may be our unsung heroes in the back, and that's Mr. Jordan Woods and Zach Kennedy. Yeah. You know what I did on The Apprentice, one of the challenges on the auditions was they made you go in a room of 30 people that you didn't know. This was pre-show, and they had big cameras all lined up. Yeah, all mixed bag of ages, genders, right? And they said, right, first challenge, you've got 30 seconds to line yourselves up from best looking to most ugliest in the room. And I was like, boom! I ended up fighting and wrestling Miss Hong Kong to the ground. And I was first. So this is the second wave of expansion. We've invested in a whole new telesales function and we've got an amazing team behind us. This team is the best sales team within 100 miles of Peterborough, and we are declaring this new telesales function at Trade Mastermind officially open. Woo!